I have a little channel disclosure I'd like to share with everybody. I'm from New Jersey, New York area, so with that being said, this is an F word friendly channel. Yes, I said that. F word. Shh, don't tell anybody. So, I will pause for 5 seconds. So if this offends you, you can click out. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Cock-a-doodle fucking do, people. Wake up and smell the coffee. Welcome to Rooster's Corner, where we bring you general information, rants, raves, and just goddamn sensible thinking. Fuck, do we have any more? I'm Rooster. This is episode 1 on my channel, and today's date is 4/25/2020. And today's topics are stimulus checks, question about probation and parolees during this time, proposed bill, myth or reality. We're dealing with the government. 99% chance it's fucking myth. And reopening of our country. Now, that's a pretty big subject, but we'll touch on that a little bit too later. We are coming to you from the great state of New Mexico. So let's give a shout out to the governor and her crew. They seem to be doing a fairly decent job and not getting pressured into opening too soon. I hope she keeps that up. So they're thinking May 15th. I'm not really thinking that, but we'll see how it goes when we get closer to the deadline here. However, slow and steady is the way to go. It seems to be bringing down the virus, even though we've had some more rampant cases lately. That is something we don't need. However, we do need financial help now. So if these idiot politicians would get off their goddamn ass and pay everybody, that would really help out the country. Thank you. Just a little tidbit about what I'm about. I'm an honorably discharged veteran. Now I'm disabled awaiting my disability approval. And I've already been turned down 3 times because I wasn't close enough to 55 years of age. What a shit thing to cut people out for. So I'll save this topic for another day. But I just wanted to give a shout out to our government for the hassle for filing my disability claims. I worked over 40 years. Plus, I'm an honorably discharged veteran and was given the shaft. Yes, people, the shaft. Right up the ass. No lubricant. Nice job. In another 8 or 9 years, I'll be ready for Social Security. Then you fuckers will have to pay me. You will have no choice. I paid over 40 years into it. Now, you can hold on to my disability money for as long as you can, but I may even get that here in another few years. Who knows? But I do know it's not a position that I like to be in. It's not a position I like to put my family in. So anyway, with that being said, we are going to move on from this nightmare and get into this another day. So during these times, I'd like to thank the veterans, the military, the first responders, truck drivers, all the people on the front line, all our necessity people that are working during this time to keep our country crawling forward. So let's get on with it and of today's topics. Our government makes no fucking sense by giving the taxpayers the funds first. They have funds, or should have funds, because they are in the working group of people. So, and they're also able to collect unemployment with that $600 bonus every week, per week, till the end of July. Wow. Wish they offered that when I was working. That's our government, though, out of order with their priorities. Why not give the veterans and the disabled and the military and the first responders and all those people that are working out in this condition right now the first round of checks? We all either worked for this money or working under extreme conditions for this fucking money. Second, mail checks, because they probably don't qualify to file much much taxes and stuff like that. And more than likely do not have a bank account because, the people in group 2 are lowly funded people. Third group, taxpayers, unemployed. Remember, unemployment people receive a check with a $600 a week bonus. Holy fucking crap. Let's look at the math to support my rankings of these people, and all we need is second and third grade math to start with. Group 1, probably worked 40 years plus and paid over many years taxes. Veterans, well, we all served our country, and most of us have an honorable discharge because we did our fucking job. Group 2, still able to work and able to collect unemployment. Group 3, the working group, paying taxes, now collecting unemployment, stimulus, and that extra $600 per week. Fuck, people. Now, this is just a short math lesson on economics. All we need is second and third grade math, and it's very easy to understand. Okay, groups on a month 1 basis. Start off simple. Group 1, that's your elderly, veterans, stuff like that. Well, they're going to get a $1,200 one-time payment. Easy. Fucking real easy. Then we'll forget about those people again like we have before and like we always do. And then group 2 and 3. Well, now we need third grade math because the math number gets just a little larger. Group 2 and 3 have monies received during month 1, and this is the tally I come up with. Unemployment. The average is $400 per week. They work for that. Great. Stimulus check, $1,200 one-time payment like everybody else, including group 1, mind you. Now, the extra bonus per week because you were employed worked out to $600 per week. Now let's add up the math on a monthly basis. See, this is where the third grade math comes in, because now you got to add bigger numbers. You have $1,600, you have $2,400, and then you get the $1,200 stimulus checks. That adds up to about $5,200 per adult without children. This is month 1. Then we have May, June, July, at least 3 more months, possibly 4 more months left on this type of deal for these people. So moving on to the checks. The delivery sucks. It doesn't take that long to get a tax bill check, and it doesn't take that long for them to want their money. However, when they're paying you, they dictate the terms, and they drag it out to where people are probably becoming homeless or close to it. See, this way here, you can hang on to the money. They don't have to give it to you right away, and they can fuck around the situation with us like they've been doing since we started working way back in like 1976, 77, maybe a little earlier, maybe a little older. But anyway, in that time frame. Okay, now let's cover the next group. Pretty important group, really, for the most part. Probation, paroles, and restitution ordered by the court, our government, of course, and our crooked court systems. So far, they've let people out, not arrested some people to keep down the transmission of COVID-19 into prison. I agree with that. Awesome. But here's my question. How about addressing this group of people on probation, payroll payments, restitution payments, anything court ordered, at no fault to them, the economy just about stopped. I mean, unless you're a worker on the front lines or something like that, which you probably won't be if you're on probation or parole, because they won't hire you to do that. There needs to be some kind of provision for these people, because through no fault of their own, they cannot pay either full restitution, pay at all, any of the other court payments and all this supervision crap they add on to you, and all this bullshit that, they just think that, people with criminal past or even a non-violent criminal past or something like that, we can't get jobs, people. We cannot get jobs because nobody will hire people like that. So, if someone could address this with these retards that are running our country and give this group some relief, 6-12 months, keep them on probation. But just extend their payments for 4 months or something like that. Maybe 6 months, you give everybody else a break. And they are the people that need it the worst because they can't work for the most part. Nobody will hire them. And if they do, it's a bullshit fucking wage. Now, let's take this proposed bill for $2,000 per month for taxpayers. What about all the people below a certain criteria? Not just taxpayers. Remember, people, we all worked 40 years plus, and we don't pay taxes anymore because we're waiting on unemployment, and unemployment and disability does not pay enough. So we need that money. Now, $2,000 a month, that creates a lot of debt for the taxpayers in our country to swallow. Please think about this and use your fucking brains, people. Instead of $2,000 a month for 12 months, which will be a hard fucking bill to pass. I haven't heard anything about it in days now. It's probably because they took it out back in the barn and fucking shot it. But anyway, let's change this shit to something reasonable. Let's cut the bill in half, because now you're giving people too much money. They're not going to fucking work. They're going to sit home and collect a check. Fuck. If I was working 20 years ago, I'd probably say the same thing. Let's sit back, let the government pay us, because they screw us all the time. So now we're just making up a little bit of past funds. Anyway, moving on. $2,000 for 6 months would be a good idea. Or go with $1,000 for 12 months, and that's my vote. It's more sensible thinking to do $1,000 over 12 months, because this makes it less of a debt for the United States all at one time. And at the end of the day, we're trying to get assistance, but at the same time, we don't want to crash our fucking economy any worse than it already is. It's already tanked. And now everybody's, I want to give people $2,000 a month for a fucking year? Are you kidding me? That's $24,000. That's 2.5 times what you make on fucking disability. When you get your disability. So while we slowly reopen the country, let's talk about this a minute. We can help kick off the economy with $1,000 a month, and we can recoup funds in the meantime while we're kicking out funds. Make it a little more level playing field so that we don't get too far in debt. And just in case our government decides to make us pay it back, like they did to businesses now, and who knows, they may run out of money trying to pay us like they did the PPP thing, the Payment Protection Program. That's a crap-ass program. I'd like to see that person taken out back of the barn and beaten with a horsewhip. For that one. That one's fucking stupid. So I just think the year thing would help out with the debt. People could stay at home. We could get this thing out of the way. I think we should flatten the curve at the bottom for, 4 to 6 weeks before we even think about it, because of incubation time and all this crap. But 12 months of payment would help Americans. It would allow us to help pay bills, pass bills, and people would buy products and help out the businesses, so we could cut that business loan down a little bit. You know, because if you give the people the money, they'll use it at the business, and the business will make the money. So giving them this huge bailout, it just doesn't make fucking sense. You know, and a bill for $1,000 a month would hell of a lot be easier to pass than a $2,000 a month bill. You know, we could revisit this in 6 to 9 months and evaluate how much money is needed, when, where, and if we need any more. You know, that's a pretty long time. And that would give us time to slowly and easily open our country, because we don't know the full course of this virus yet. And if you think we know the full course of it, you're kidding your fucking self. Not even the professionals are telling us to go back to doing reasonable living. You know, I mean, Trump is just getting in too big of a fucking hurry for this shit. It's just not working out. This issue of reopening the country could be a political nightmare. Our country administration, if open, you know, we could spark another uptick in the virus. Well, that wouldn't be good, because there's still people that would, you know, would probably die from it, again, like going on now. You know, so I think we should just relax, take the real time it needs to open the country, and then people will probably vote for the most sensible fucking person. Listen here, Mr. Trump. I like you, you're from my area, but you're making it real fucking hard to keep liking you. You know, common sense, dude. You know, let's keep the country closed up a little bit more for a little longer, and hell, you're already passing out billions of dollars. What the hell's another couple thousand, you know? It doesn't make any fucking sense. Now, here's something I found interesting. I was watching our government thing the other day, and it took a look at the pandemic of the early 1900s. You know, social distancing helped then, and it is helping us now. But what happened, and we should learn from this, and once again, we probably won't, but what happened was they reopened up things too damn soon, and all of a sudden, when they hit the bottom of the circuit, you know, the curve there, they reopened too soon, and we had another uptick about 3/4 of the way up, you know, that we had on the first uptick. So, I don't know, people. Listen, just read past events. Why do we have to keep repeating mistakes, people? Listen, we didn't have near the medicine in the early 1900s that we have now. We didn't have nearly the education or the doctors or anything like that. And these people figured out how to make the pandemic go away. They stayed home. Hello? So, till next time, when we have more controversy on today's top topics, we'll get back with you. And remember, I am working hard to bring you the next installment episode of Rooster's Corner. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe. I'll see you on the next installment with more topics and just fucking common sense thinking. Stay safe, stay home, and let's get rid of this virus. Rooster out.